It's a bad man's world. 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 It's a bad man's world.
I got things to speak on, things that don't make sense. And people cover their true self, putting up such a defense that no one can know. Discover the truth behind the mask, and I'm different than them all. That's why I always seem to clash. Cause my opinion doesn't seem to match anyone else's, so it's got me thinking about it. Like, what the hell is this? Why is mine so different? Fighting so hard against it, working so hard for it, but it's the evil men who own it. Now I'm back to the pipe, smoking every single night, and I hate myself cause I know it ain't right. Such an ugly sight and such a weak person. Go back to doing an evil deed, and I can't cope with this world, so I look to the weed. I told myself I didn't need it, wasn't a necessity. I really am out of whack, mixing what I want and what I need, and the backbone isn't what I lack. I used to ignore what they say, but in the end I relapse back, cause you know what they say. Sing it.
Will it be me? Will it be you? It's a bad man's world. 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 It's a bad man's world.
These days it seems like everybody wants to do bad, like it's some kind of trend or a stupid ass fad, but not me. Tell them suckers they can all kiss my ass, cause I've already been there and I've already done that, and I'm not trying to go back to that lifestyle. One of the worst things in life is being on trial, having to stand in front of a judge, having him decide your fate as he bangs on his gavel with a nasty look on his face. So don't be misled by these other cats' raps. Ain't nothing glorious about selling crack, having to watch your back, not to mention the fact that 90% of these rappers probably never did that. So trust me, that's something that you don't need. A couple of my friends almost died and they were just selling weed. So please slow down, man, and switch up your speed and take heed to these words that I speak. Please, man, do it for yourself.
Will it be me? Will it be you? It's a bad man's world. 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 It's a bad